G'day folks, well, call me a sucker for punishment, but I'm back at another bloody Omaha scenario. So what I've done is, I think recognise that the first playthrough was a failure, that I wasn't going to make a meaningful recovery from that. So I've set it all back up again, and I'm going to try it again. And we're going to try and punch through this beach, or at least try to survive without losing all our leaders. To recap, in that first scenario, lost 3 leaders, and then my 4th leader was reduced to a replacement leader with a leadership value of 1, meaning that I needed to roll a 1 or less to unpin my units on the beach, which wasn't happening. So here we are, and yeah, I realise, I think, how important those leaders are. And what can I do to try and keep them alive? Well, not roll 6s when their companies land. I have no control over kind of the tactics of this. It's just don't roll a 6. If you don't roll a 6, those leaders, or a 5 or a 6 actually, so there's a 1 in 3 chance that each of these leaders will die. All right, so back to the start of the scenario. It's game turn 1. It is the AM turn on the 6th of June. We have weather determined, no mulberry, no air allocation to worry about. We go straight to the allied player turn and their air bombardment. Now they get 9 abstract air bombardment points, needing a 1 to hit. Okay, so here's all my aircraft from the first scenario, just down the bottom right corner here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And again, you don't really use these counters, just using it for a bit of flavour. And this will pin these German units just for the first turn. Needing a 1. Okay, so everything kind of concentrated in this area here around easy dogs. So maybe if I put, is this on the hex, or a maximum of 1 against each hex? All units in that hex are pinned. Batteries, all resistance nest and batteries. Doesn't hurt strong points. Okay, so let's start here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, it's pretty much, you don't have much choice here. You've got 7 eligible hexes on the landing beaches, plus the 2 batteries out to the far left, and this one out in the far right. So yeah, not much choice there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 air missions. I have my 9 dice ready to roll as a group. We'll see how they go. How many ones do we have? We have 2 ones, and it's out on this hex and this hex. So they are pinned, which is unfortunate because that's not really in the center. And they are pinned. This could be a good one to have pinned. Everything else failed. We needed those 1s. So look, out of 9 dice, 2 1s is better than average. Okay. Now we get to the Naval Bombardment 5 plan, and I put the Arkansas and the Texas away. Oh, MALCTs as well. So let's not forget about them. Here's the Texas. Where's the Arkansas? There's the Arkansas. Okay. Now I've got my ships. Now, this gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fire missions with a strength of 3. So 1, if I get the counters out, then I can allocate them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now I could of course break these down into sort of 2, so I could spend these, have instead of two groups of 3 here, I could have 3 groups of 2. Todd tells me it's the same odds. It's kind of like, do I want to 3 is the most you can get. Apart from the LCTs, you can't have anything greater than a 3. So this gives me a 50% chance to pin the target unit. And again, I can dedicate multiple missions to the same target. The problem is, you just, at this stage, it'd be nice to, it's absurd, but it'd be nice to land your units, see who actually survives the landing, and then pin. But look, I think I already have an idea of what I want to do, and that is to concentrate all my efforts around here in the center. I want to punch a hole through here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes. So I'm going to go fire mission, fire mission. This is just for pinning. Fire mission, fire mission. Another fire mission out here. Now I've got 2 more to go. I could try to pin these strong points out here, but keeping in mind they add 1 to the die roll, or I could add extra fire missions to these more critical locations in the center. I think they're kind of more critical. And it's a really tough decision. There's also a better chance of eliminating. So if I roll a 1 on these die rolls, it's 2 less than, I'm going to do that, and 1 under there as well. Oh, no, 1 on the point here. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 fire missions, 7 die. And basically, they're all hit on a 3 or less. 2 or less or 3 or less will pin. A 1 will eliminate. Come on. Ooh, I've got 3 1s. Okay, so eliminated. Eliminated and eliminated. That's a nice gap. And then, okay, no effect. But then pinned. Omaha Beach is a breeze. Who said it was difficult? All right, so look at this. We've got a nice gap between the bluffs. We can move through here because these units are pinned. This is a bit more difficult because we've got a strong point here, strong point here. Okay, I'm very cautiously optimistic. So look, the difference from last time I did this, I spread them all out along the beaches, targeted some strong points, which made my rolls difficult. This time, focusing my efforts. Whew, okay, that's naval bombardment, allied anti-battery. So they get 4 batteries, a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. They get 1 hit on the Arkansas. Sorry about that. The Arkansas is hit. Now, sorry, that should happen first. Then I fire, but it doesn't matter. Allied naval beach bombardment, tank landing segment. So as with last time, I'm sending all my DDs in to swim, which means they are going to have to get lucky. 6 DDs, swim ashore, 6 dice, needing, I believe, 2 or less to survive. Oh God, this is bad. Only 1 survives, and it is this one. Okay, but if any were to survive, that'd be the one I wanted, right in the middle there. So 5 DDs down, 1 survives and lands, but it's next to a pinned unit. which is good. Now we've got our infantry landing, and they are subject to drift. So we've got company, and leader. This is the one, well, he's only level 1. Company, moving him in. Company and leader. Company and leader. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 leaders. And these guys out here. All right, so that's 9 again, yep. So 9 companies landing, 9 dice, subject to drift, needing 3 or less, 4 or less subdrift, 5 or 6 they die. Okay, I see 2 6s, let's see where they are. First company dies, second company lands on target, third company Taylor dies, that's 1 dead leader. Fourth company lands on target. Fifth company dies. Sixth company drifts 1 and is pinned. That's okay. What is, oops, sorry. What is that? That's not meant to be, that's not an assault company. They shouldn't be there. Where were they? Here, drift 1 left and pinned. There we go. So we're up to 6, 7, they land. Good. 8, they land. So I have, oh, I'm happy. I've got 3 leaders on the beach. It's already so much better than the last playthrough. Oh, can we take a photo of this? Just capture this moment. 3 leaders on the beach. Okay, they've landed. Now it's time for my demolition points. Again, I've got 8 here, not 9, because there's no DP out here. So 8 die, and again, a drift result kills them off. So let's have a look what we got here. We have a 6, which kills them. They survive and land. They are killed. And we got a 2, they land. A 1, they land. A 6, they're killed. A 3, they land, and a 5, they're killed. So there's no drift, just either all or nothing. Whew, that's about on par with last time I played through the scenario. So that's okay. All right, we've done our tanks, infantry, demolition, German small arms, fire. All right, this is where I need to attack. So they 1 attack here, strength of 1, a 2 does nothing, but this is guaranteed to pin. This is what I find interesting. These guys guaranteed to pin. They roll a 6, which strength of 4 eliminates those guys, and also eliminates 1 point of DP. So yeah, Fox not doing well. Pinned. These guys here will attack here again, guaranteed. 5 eliminates, and if a leader is present, it is reduced. So that's not good. I also lose demolition point from down here. Sorry for my arm. And these guys will also attack 2. So strength 4, 2 pins these guys. The leader survives. Okay. Okay, first wave on the beach. Now we have allied movement segment, and this is where these guys can move through here. DD could move up here, and I think that leader can move there. They're pinned, so they can't do anything. They could, this ranger company could move down here, I guess. Yeah, why not? It's a legal move. Move away from the strong point. Try and get up the beach. Oh, you know what I forgot? My LCTs. Look, I'm just going to treat them as being, what should I do? I've already done everything for this turn, so I'll bring them in next turn. Demolition segment. So now I roll 4 dice for my DPs down here, and they all fail except for this one, who causes one gap to open. Not great. Oh no, sorry, it's the other way around. This, the one does nothing. The other one's actually really good. So what I rolled was two sixes and a 5. The 6s cause gap, gap, and the 5 causes 1 point, and the 1 does nothing. Okay, so again, 5 gaps open, slightly better than last playthrough. That then brings me to the mutual unpinning section. This is the stage I don't like. That's where all the Germans wake up. All right, and we bring up the second wave. So now we'll do. We again have our allocations, but the Arkansas is now damaged. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The Arkansas. 5, 6, and my LCTs, which I forgot to use last time. And yeah, bombardment first, then LCTs. So let's try and go. Let's really focus everything on this central area. So I'm basically ignoring the flanks. Any units there are in trouble, but it's better than everyone being in trouble. And we'll send one out here to see if we can help those rangers. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fire missions. 5, 6, 7. Hoping for 1s. Oh no, wait. So yeah, now it's negative. Okay, so because these are, maybe I should reconsider this, because now they're adjacent to friendly units and they'll suffer a +2 modifier. So I'll only hit on a 1 and I can't eliminate them. On the other hand, if I were to target this unit out here, for example, I could eliminate that. I could eliminate that as well. Yeah. So basically, yeah, that's where it gets tough, because it's, and then I could throw the LCTs maybe at the center here. I'd need a 1 just to pin them. So I get 3, 4, 5, 6. Or do I try and eliminate these resistance nests out here? Yeah, I think I might try and a 2 or 3. So the thing is, only a 1 would do anything. But if I send my missions out here instead, there's a 50% chance of pinning and a 1 in 6 chance of eliminating them. So it means these guys are kind of being sacrificed a little bit, but in the hope that, oh look, what I'll do is put 2 missions in the center. Very slim chance, but all right, so 7 missions again, going from left to right. We got a 1 way out on the right, but that's not enough. Now hold on, maybe that's a bad idea because he can't hit anything. What do I do with his other 2? Because basically needing a 2 to hit, but +2 to the die roll, because the next to friendly unit isn't going to cause any damage. So I'll just send that out there, I guess. All right, so we've got pinned and pinned, 2 pinned results cause them to be pinned. We've got a pinned result, no elimination. Then we've got, so that's 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we've got a nothing. Oh yeah, a pinned result for the guy on top. Okay, so we got lucky here. No, +2 is 4. So nothing on top there. The bottom one is pinned. So just the one active unit, which is a bit of a reprieve. Now it's in the LCTs. And the LCTs can hit there. Hit there. Actually, sorry, before I do that, their batteries strike at my ships. I say 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. They get 1 damage, which destroys the Arkansas. All right, now LCTs, which I should have done the first turn, but forgot. Where are they? Now they... what do they do? It's pretty straightforward, I think. Oh, so I don't have to use on the first wave, just as during game turn 1. So I place them... Okay, so I'm not sure if the modifiers of LCTs are the same as with bombarding. So when I bombard with my Navy, I get that +1 if it's a strong point, +2 if it's adjacent to a friendly unit. But my LCTs possess special characteristics. They may never be used. They're used once. Place on top of a static unit I wish to bombard. I must resolve it just as if it were an individual fight. That's resolution removed from play. I roll. I get the sense that I'm not subject to the same modifiers. Bombarding, because it's after the bombardment fire plan segment. And so I think I'm going to try and knock out these strong points. All right, so 4 LCTs, basically needing 4 or less to do something. And they've eliminated both of these strong points. So I did a 2, yep, a 2 and a 1, and then a 5 and a 6, which does nothing to these two, but yeah, 2 and a 1. Now, strong points. I'm sure there was also some rules regarding German strong points. Cannot for the life of me remember where on earth that was. But German small arms, combat blowing gaps, leaders, blah blah blah. I can't find it. Yeah, okay. So bigger of a gap here around Colvilleson there because of those LCTs rolling 2 less than the target. Now again, that's my interpretation of these LCTs as not being affected by the same modifiers as regular bombardments. Could be wrong there. What does the errata say? The errata doesn't say really anything about LCTs. It's in a completely different section. Yep. Okay. Look, I think the Allies really need that LCT bonus. It's a one-off attack. I think that's the idea. It's a special attack. All right, now it's time to bring on this second wave, I think. So I've done my bombardment. There's no tanks in the second wave, so we go straight to infantry. And same again, you bring on the whole stack. This is where it gets really scary because these are some big stacks. You know what else I've got to do? Place my rangers. They're hanging around and I can place them up within this wave. So I've got nine waves. And some are dead, I know that much. Some are drifting. I can see 4, 5, or 6 here. So first wave, drifts one to the left and is pinned. Second wave arrives. Third wave is eliminated entirely. Fourth wave, one to the left and pinned. Fifth wave, one to the left and pinned. That's right where I needed my success. This wave eliminated. 5, 5. Okay. These guys arrive. This wave eliminated. That wave eliminated. Oh, this is not good. This wave landing right into the strong point. Now I can place, I should have placed them earlier, but I can place my rangers and they want to land around here. They're not subject to drift, they just basically pick where they want to go. So a few choices. I could really drive through the center here and start exploiting, or I can bring them in to help these engineers here. The engineers will give them a stacking modifier. Column shift. So I'll get sort of 3 to 1 there. Yeah, 3 to 1 there in the clear. It doesn't really matter where it is. There's also a good attack taking place down here. I've got 1 pinned infantry. If I add a ranger there, that'll give me the armor shift. Against those guys. Give me a column shift. Yep, that's a good idea as well, I think. There's some nice stacks there. And then, yeah, I'll just get 1 guy to push through. Okay. Now my demolition points, of which there are 6, so 6 dice, needing 3 or less to not drift and die. Okay, okay. I can tell you now, these 2 are dead, 5 and 6. This guy lands. He drifts 1, so loses a point. He lands, and he drifts 1, and loses a point. And I've lost my infantry from the top there. I don't know what happened to it, but there we go. All right. Now we're on the beach. German small arms fire. Okay, so we've got 1 here, firing here. 1, 3 does nothing. Okay, we've got here 2 firing here. 2, 5. Pins. Okay, that's better than an elimination. This is not good down here though. They already pinned. Oh, they can eliminate. Okay, so 4, 5 is 2 eliminations. So he is dead, and they have no points. And 4, 6, that's 2 losses. And now here, 1, 6 is a pin. All right, that's the small arms fire. Now, allied movement. All right, let's have a look here. Who is pinned and who isn't? These guys can't do a lot. They're all pinned. They're all pinned. Can move the ranges up here. Those ranges can move up there. Oh no, I want to keep them stacked together to get the engineer bonus. These guys can't move because there's an enemy adjacent. In fact, they could have gone away. They could go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I can only move 1 hex. Yep, so I can't move. Special movement rules for the invasion phase, you can only move 1 hex. So I can't move because they have zone of control, so everything stays where it is. Now I get to the assault phase, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 to 1 with 2 engineers makes it 5 to 1, 6 to 1. Probably the best odds I've had in the invasion segment. But if you look at the 6 to 1 chart, I need a 4, 6, 9, 11 or 12 to succeed. So 6 to 1, 5 is not going to cut it. It doesn't have any effect. It's a defender kind of result, but there's no parenthesized results. Yep, so nothing happens. All right, over here, similar attack. We've got bottom unit's pinned. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 to 1, 5 to 1 because I've got an armor shift. Yep, so 5 to 1. 5 to 1, 7 is 1 attacker loss. Take these guys off. And that's all. Oh, actually, I couldn't have done that. I had to split my attack. How could I have done it? 1 to 1. Sorry, let me undo that. So we've had to do 2 to 1 here. 2 to 1, 1. Wipes out the unit. And I've got 2 to 1 here. Oh, it's 1 to 1 again. But with no armor. So 1 to 2, 6. Sorry. 2, 11. No result, which is a bit lucky. Yeah. That was a bit chaotic, but it brings me to the demolition segment. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 demolition points down along here. 6 dice. It's not good. Alright. They're all low results. You want high results when rolling for demolition. So I've got 1, 3. Okay, that's 1 result. Better than nothing. Then I've got here 3, 1 does nothing. 1, 1 does nothing. 4, 1 does nothing. 2, 2 does nothing. And 1, 3 adds 1 point. So that was just a bad series of rolls for demolition, which brings my gaps now to 4, 5, 6, 7, which isn't great due to this bad roll. That's what I rolled for demolition. All right. Demolition segment done. Mutual unpinning. Oh, the Germans wake up. And I roll for allied unpinning. So where are my leaders? This guy here, he needs a 2 or less. Success. He unpins everything adjacent to him. That's good. There are no leaders out here on the left. This guy here needing a 1, failing. So, yeah, okay, so 2 leaders dead, 1 leader wounded, 1 leader left. Okay, so it's getting to a similar position, but the difference is fewer Germans firing on me, I guess. And I actually have some units who are unpinned. Not a lot, but better than last time. Yeah, okay. Whew. Third wave now to come on. Once again, so I've lost the Arkansas now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fire missions at 3. And no LCTs. And we've got rid of those strong points, so this is going fishing for ones. I'd really like to knock that out. Yeah. I'm kind of tempted to throw everything at that and just hope to roll a 1, because if I can pin that unit, that's what I'm going to do. So first unit doesn't do anything. This one, I need a 1 on one of these 5 fire missions. Yes, I got 1-1. So it is pinned, which is excellent because it won't fire on my guys. Excellent. All right, we are moving. I forgot about German anti-battery fire. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. They did 2 hits. The Texas is sunk. But now we bring in our new companies, third wave. If we get some good landings here, we can really drive through that gap. Right, so nine groups of infantry and engineers landing. I've got 9 dice, looking for 3s or lessers. Okay, I can see 4 dead stacks. All right, so on the left here we have a successful landing. These guys pinned and 1 to the left. These guys are dead. These guys land right in the middle. That's a good place to land. The next 3 all die, and then the last 2 land. But that's not a good place to land. All right. Yeah, sorry, Stephen. So I film this on my phone, and occasionally I pause and have to actually click on a button to bring up the chat. Yeah. I do check it, but every couple of minutes. Just referring to the chat here. Stephen asked, so basically, yeah, this is all appearing on my phone, and every couple of seconds, if I don't keep tapping it, the chat disappears. It's just the way the YouTube interface works on these devices. Okay, so the third wave has landed. Demolition engineers need to land. I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 dice. Again, rolling for drift. That's a pretty good series of results for these guys. Very good series of results, in fact. They all, none dead. Land. The only loss is this group here, which loses 1 point. Everyone else is at full strength. So fingers crossed I can actually get some decent gaps opening up during this demolitions phase. Now, German small arms fire. That shouldn't be there anymore. All right, so I'll get these guys firing here. I don't think they can do anything because they're already pinned. They're pinned. They can shoot 2 into here, 2, 3, pins this stack in here, and then 2, 2, 5 will pin this stack. They're already pinned, that's okay. Where were they? Oh, there, I think. This is going to be bad here. The strong points, 3, 4, 3 pins in the machine guns. 4, 4 is going to cause a loss. And no, oh yep, a loss to the demolition team. And then 1, and all units are pinned when they take a casualty. And then no result can happen here because it's only 1 strength. Yeah, you guys got busted. Yeah, I'm trying to be more conscious of it. Sorry, I've just realised this little arrow pops up when a chat appears. So I'll try and I've just actually noticed the icon in the bottom left corner. All right, so small arms fire done. Movement section. Okay, what have we got? Okay, we can move some stuff. Not very far though. If I move them, they'll have to attack across a bluff. So these guys are fresh. 4 companies. And they don't have a bluff in their way if they attack that company. There is a column shift for bluff. 1 right, 1, what is it? To the left, 1 right if made entirely across a bluff. So I don't have to, I can't cross these cliffs. So I may as well shift towards the bluff and the open ground, because this is the way I have to get out basically. Eliminate this unit or get out. These guys will advance a little bit. These guys will get off the beach. I'm going to try and do a big attack on this pinned Bitterson nest here. I'd like the officer to move. I don't know how he moves. This is assuming he can get the heck out of the way. He's going to move down the bluff to the beach to try and unpin the rest of these units. These guys would like to stay. Now here's a decision point. Do I move towards these guys and try and attack them with odds of 6 to 2, so I get 3 to 1. 3 to 1 with 2 column shifts, 4 to 1, 5 to 1. Then they're kind of in danger. 5 to 1. These guys are all pinned. Pinned. Yeah, okay. So, yep, we'll do that. Okay. So now my assaults. So I've got, how many points do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, and 2 engineers. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to 1 with 3 engineers. That's a bit of overkill. No, it's not actually. It's still not on the, oh, it just makes the very final column. And a roll of 10 causes 1 step loss to the defender. So I've actually killed my first German unit via combat, and I can advance 1 hex with the successful units. So, yeah, it took all that effort to do that. Over here we've got 4, 5, 6 to 2, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1 for the 2 engineers. 5 to 1 is going to be pretty slim, but a 10 will cause my second step loss. to a German unit. 5 to 1, 10 is 1 hit. So 1 survives, but yeah, look, doing good. That's my assault section. Demolition section. Now I'm rolling for these 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 demolition groups down the bottom. If we play using... Can't go back to playing risk, no. 4-board risk, I've never heard of that. So 1 classic risk in the collection. Yeah, I've kept 1 copy of Risk, I think just in case. Have not played it in about a decade. Risk Legacy is pretty good. You guys ever played that? It's where the board changes. So I'm rolling for, what am I rolling for? Demolition second, left to right. Got some good rolls here, some 5s and 6s, some 2s and 1s. Let's check the results. So first of all, 3.5 is 2. We've got 5, 4 is also 2, so they go up to 4. Excuse my hand. 2, 1 isn't going to do anything, so still no gaps here. 6 is 3, which brings it up to 5 gaps here. We have 4, 2, which is 1 gap. A 2, 3 is 1 gap. And a 3, where am I up to? 3, 3 is 1 gap. And a 1, 6 is 2 gaps. So big improvement there. We've now got 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 19 gaps, almost halfway there. So Risk Legacy is, it starts off, the very first game you play is a regular game of Risk, but there are a whole heap of sort of things you're keeping track of. So the first person to win the game, basically it's a 15 game campaign. The first person to win can name one of their cities in their name. And it sort of, as you play the game evolves and the rules change. You can build, I don't want to spoil too much just in case you want to play it, but basically the map changes. You create cities, you create new routes, new connections, and so forth. So you apply these stickers across the board, and you can call the city whatever you want, Wiseville or Champion City. And ownership of that city or control that city gives you an extra defense dice or something like that, an extra modifier. You then have specific factions that you control, and you unlock special abilities for your factions. It might be rolling an extra dice in attack or things like that. It's just a more dynamic version of Risk, because it changes and you're kind of riding on the board. It sounds absurd, but it does have a limited lifespan. Once you've played through your 15 missions, kind of the whole campaign ends, and yeah, you kind of don't really need to play it anymore. That is the third demolition segment, mutual unpinning. The Germans are all, that were pinned, are dead, but I can roll for the Allies. So where are my leaders? This guy here in the middle, I really want a 2. I failed. This guy here needing a 1, I failed. That's the only 2 leaders I've got. Hey, military board gamer. What I like, so I'm at the end of the third wave now. So this is kind of the German player turn. Let me play through this, and that'll get me to the end of the turn. All right, so they can bring up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is where things get scary. 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bringing their artillery up to the beach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. One, two, three, four. Yep, that's going to stop the Allied advance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot of companies out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so the Germans starting to arrive. Oh, you probably can't see what's happening there, but moving to some companies along the beaches to meet the Allied arrival, and no combat. So the Germans can't do their regular combat until the beach is cleared. So there's kind of restrictions there. So did I find any more? What I did, so I've restarted the scenario, and I concentrated basically on the center here. I didn't worry about these strong points. Didn't even worry about the left flank out here. Just focused a lot of effort on those points in the middle to try to eliminate them. I used my LCTs to hit the center as well. LCTs. LCR. Landing craft rockets, LCRs, yeah, to hit the strong points. So the 2 strong points in the center here were wiped out by 2 hits from 2 LCRs. And I think, so basically, if I can explain how the rules for LCRs work, you do your bombardment allocation, and the rules say that there are modifiers that apply to that. So when bombarding those things, add +2 if it's a friendly and adjacent, +1 if it's a strong point. Then the next point in the rules is you're provided with these LCTRs. After you've placed your fire mission, take your LCTRs, place them where you want to bombard. You don't use fire mission chits. They've got a bombardment strength of 4, and resolve it as a fire mission, then remove it from play. So I didn't count those modifiers. In any case, I rolled a 1 and a 2, which would have killed one of them in any case and pinned the other strong point. So even if I played the rules wrong, there'd still be 1 fewer strong point. It's like your first war game then in Team 8, yeah. If you like Axis and Allies, you might like that new War Room game. I've heard it's pretty similar. Using the big sort of round, never played it, it's very expensive, but big round map. I just keep hearing a lot of comparisons to Axis and Allies. So look, this is the end, I think it's at the end of the first turn. German play turn, naval movement phase, game turn indication. We're up to the midday turn. During the midday turn, the rules as written don't let you do mine clearance, but it's recommended that you let the engineers blow gaps at high tide. However, 2 is subtracted from all die rolls. That's one of the kind of recommended rules, suggested rules, which I think I'll apply. All right, folks, going to wrap it up here. So certainly doing better on this second playthrough. So I attribute that to concentrating naval firepower and building up several fire missions on the one sort of unit, focusing on the resistance nests in the center, ignoring the flanks. So you can see these guys are suffering out here. It's a bit tough out here, but in the center, opening a gap on, easy red, easy green, and then, using those LCTs. Also got pretty lucky to unpin using this leader, using Andrus. What else is different? And I think just doing that, having fewer resistance nests and strong points, reduces German small arms fire, which reduces my pinned units. I mean, these guys aren't being fired on at all. So the fact that this is what's important. This is where, I have a choice here. I can actually make decisions with my units rather than just rolling dice rolls and hoping for the best. So yeah, this playthrough much better than the first one. And I think, yeah, so I've kind of, I hope I'm kind of learning some of the, I guess, tactics or ways to approach Omaha Beach. This is certainly the hardest of the lot. Having said that, I'm still a long way from opening the beach. I don't know, does the reinforcement schedule show new demolition points to come on? I can see, I'm just looking here at the reinforcement schedule, game turn 2. So, Omaha Beach, we've got some more 1st Division, 18th Regiment coming on, 115th Regiment from the 29th Division coming on, some artillery coming on. Then I've got 62 SP. 62 SP, 62-1 and 62-1 and 58 29th Division. SP. Self-propelled, maybe? Self-propelled artillery. And then 2 new officers. As I mentioned earlier, Hubert from the 1st Division and Gerhardt from the 29th. And they're both pretty good leaders with leadership ratings of 3. That's Hubner. Is it him? Hubner, not Hubert, sorry. Hubner from the 1st Division is coming on to show us how to unpin units. And we can just select sort of where he comes on. So I can sort of push him along here. Hopefully he lands here. Hopefully he can sort of unpin these units. Hopefully he, I'm just thinking of it now. Hopefully we don't roll a 6 for drift and he dies. Because that would make me cry. So yeah, still, like I said, this is a 4-turn scenario. That's the end of the first turn, wrapping it up here. And yeah, I'll continue it in about 24 hours. Thanks everyone for watching. Again, hope this gives you a sense of how this plays out.